Good afternoon. My name is Otie McKinley with the Michigan Economic Development Corporation. And as you may know, this week is the International Economic Development Council's annual Economic Development Week. To help us celebrate this year, I have the distinct pleasure of chatting with Ryan Hundt, Regional Director of the Growth and Development Team here at the MEDC. And we're talking about how the economic development efforts led by the MEDC are creating economic opportunity for residents and communities across the state. Welcome, Ryan, and thanks for taking time to chat today.
Thank you, Otie. It's great to be here. Happy Economic Development Week to you. Happy Economic Development Week to all of those who are tuned into our live stream today. I think the best part about Economic Development Week is that we as economic developers get to do the one thing that we love most, and that is promote our vibrant communities, our regions, and for our purposes, the entire state of Michigan. So it really is an exciting week. And I'm glad to see so much activity out there on social media, not just from economic developers across the country, but certainly economic developers here in the state of Michigan.
Yeah, and again, thank you everyone who's tuned in, and happy Economic Development Week. But first off, Ryan, while your title sounds rather straightforward, can you share a little bit about what it is that the Growth and Development Team here at the MEDC does?
Sure. So the Growth and Development Team at the MEDC, we are tasked with attracting and retaining businesses in Michigan. And we accomplish this in a number of ways, such as working through our Site Selector program to make the pitch for Michigan as the ideal location for investment, speaking directly with companies in both domestic and international markets through our Business Attraction Team, and identifying resources that may help businesses overcome barriers and challenges to growth as just one element of our business retention and expansion efforts. And for example, Otie, there's been a lot of tremendous work done over the past year in the face of uncertainty and challenge. For example, one of those resources that we quickly identified through Pure Michigan Business Connect, which is our well-renowned business-to-business procurement platform, we were able to help companies quickly pivot in order to procure and produce personal protective equipment and retool to help combat COVID-19. We've also deployed hundreds of millions of dollars over the past year to ensure that economic relief and recovery efforts reach every corner of the state. So those are just a few of the things that our team on growth and development at the MEDC are tasked with on a daily basis.
That's a big help. I appreciate that. And to kind of move off of that a little bit, for some context on the team's efforts, last year alone, the MEDC helped to create more than 14,000 new jobs across Michigan. And that's in addition to helping retain an additional 200,000 jobs through our COVID relief efforts. And with the help of your team, the MEDC also helped drive nearly $7 billion of private investment, and it helped reactivate public spaces, supported the commercialization of over 500 high-tech products, and continue to market the state as a world-class travel and business destination. But let's talk about Economic Development Week.
Sure.
It's all about increasing awareness of the program and efforts that create jobs and improve the quality of life in communities across the country. What is MEDC's approach to economic development, and what should we be celebrating here in Michigan when it comes to that?
Sure. Yeah, so the MEDC is Michigan's lead advocate for business development, job awareness, and community development. And we focus on growing Michigan's economy and promoting our reputation as a world-class business location and travel destination. So that work ranges from supporting Michigan businesses and communities of all sizes by leveraging a fairly comprehensive economic development toolkit in order to help those businesses and communities grow and succeed here, while also competitively pursuing business attraction opportunities to encourage companies around the globe to recognize the pure opportunity that Michigan can offer as a place to locate and do business. Now, much of our success in creating those opportunities is the result of impactful partnerships with local economic development organizations, industry, academia, convention and visitors bureaus, and federal, state, and local governments to help foster those opportunities. And by maintaining that collaborative relationship with those partners, we're able to carry out our mission of enabling long-term economic prosperity for Michigan residents, businesses, and communities throughout every corner of the state. And so, Otie, to answer your question a little more directly, this week, and quite frankly, every week, we should be celebrating our strengthened partnerships, our vibrant communities, our robust talent, and last but certainly not least, the businesses of all shapes and sizes in every industry that continue to call Michigan home.
Yeah, and you mentioned a couple of them. The MEDC has a myriad of programs available to help businesses and communities. Talk me through how those programs work together to support our concept and goal of positioning Michigan as the ideal place to live, work, and play.
Yeah. So live, work, and play, those are extremely important concepts to us, not only separately, but certainly together. And through various programming and initiatives, we're committed to developing and maintaining vibrant communities so that our talent has great places to live. We will also continue to explore ways we can eliminate challenges and position companies for continued growth here in the state so that our residents have great places to work. And they can also be proud of the work they do in a range of industries, many of which we have a competitive and distinct advantage in. And then at the end of the day, we're also the global leader, in my opinion, in the play aspect of live, work, and play, right? We're surrounded by 20% of the world's fresh water. We're home to 11,000 inland lakes, more than 650 public golf courses, and more than 100 public beaches in Michigan. So there truly is an opportunity and something for everybody to do and experience here in the state, which is what I love about Michigan the most.
Absolutely, absolutely. And not only because of the Great Lakes, the golf courses, the Four Seasons, and don't get me wrong, we're biased about this, but there is an appeal to Michigan. And what draws businesses to Michigan? What appeals them as wanting to be to Michigan? And how does MEDC facilitate that interaction or that transaction?
Yeah, so there's a number of reasons why businesses continue to look favorably upon Michigan as a great place to invest and grow a company. These reasons range from a highly skilled talent pool. Michigan, for example, has the largest concentration of mechanical and industrial engineers in the U.S., more than 4 times the national average. We also have a business-friendly climate and favorable tax structure. Many of our regions and communities in Michigan reside within 500 miles of nearly half the U.S. and Canadian populations. So I think companies should be asking themselves, how can we take part in something great like what's happening in Michigan? And the good news is that the staff at the MEDC is ready to assist in facilitating investment and job creation opportunities. We work alongside, as I mentioned earlier, dedicated economic development, workforce development partners to help attract and retain companies throughout the state. And the best way to learn more about how we can support our businesses is by reaching out directly to a member of our team or by visiting michiganbusiness.org.
Well, and you mentioned talent. The state of Michigan does a lot to support the recruitment efforts of Michigan graduates, including some exciting new initiatives that have recently been announced. Can you share with me a little more information about the Michigan STEM Forward Internship Program and the Regional Talent Innovation Grants?
Sure. So let's start with the Michigan STEM Forward Internship Program. Both of the programs, Otie, that you mentioned were recently approved and implemented or are starting implementation here in the state of Michigan. The Michigan STEM Forward Internship Program, we've partnered with Ann Arbor Spark, who is one of our key local economic development partners in the state of Michigan. Over the last decade, what they've done is they have implemented this model where they are taking STEM students at the University of Michigan and around the Ann Arbor area and paired them with startups that focus primarily on STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And so what we are doing through the STEM Forward Internship Program is we're taking that successful model that has helped retain over 80% of the participants of that program, and we're scaling that statewide. So now any student that is focused on a STEM field at one of our colleges or universities in Michigan has an opportunity to participate and be paired up with a company that will provide them with a fairly robust and extensive internship experience that they can use as forwarding and advancing their own careers. And the ultimate goal, of course, is to help retain that talent here in Michigan. And then the second program you mentioned is the Regional Talent Innovation Grant Program. We have $7.5 million that is available right now that we are currently working through a number of applications that were recently submitted with the application deadline that just passed last Friday. And that program, we are going to deploy funding in order to help stand up innovative and impactful regional training programs or regional talent programs that focus on talent retention and upskilling of the existing workforce. We should have the award announcements coming out soon. We're hoping for early June to make those award decisions and notify these successful applicants. And of course, we're looking forward to sharing more on our michiganbusiness.org website.
Well, so talent, we all know, is an issue. It's an important endeavor to tackle. What's the direct connect with talent and economic development?
Yeah, so economic development, talent attraction, I should say, and retention. That really is the new currency of economic development, and it's something that is very much in focus, or was in focus pre-pandemic, and it's certainly become even more important over the past year. One of the first questions we get from companies when they're exploring a potential investment opportunity in Michigan, or if they're looking to grow their company here in the state, that question is, where am I going to get my talent? And then the follow-up question is, what initiatives might be available to help me attract and retain talent? Now, fortunately, communities across the state continue to attract national attention for striking that ideal balance between work and play, offering an affordable cost of living and high-paying jobs, coupled with vibrant downtowns and endless opportunities to explore the great outdoors. And beyond that, in today's era of remote work, Michigan is also becoming a clear standout as a place that can support workers and companies as they navigate these new workforce realities. And it's also a place, like I said, where workers can enjoy a high quality of life with an affordable cost of living. Pure Michigan is no doubt the best known campaign across the country. And while it's first and foremost a consumer-facing leisure travel campaign effort, we also very much consider Pure Michigan as part of our economic development efforts as well at the MEDC, particularly when it comes to conversations around talent retention and attraction. Ultimately, through this focus on marketing the state, we are responsible for increasing both the awareness and consideration of Michigan, whether it's a site selector looking for the best location for an expansion, a CEO in Michigan looking to grow business opportunities in the state, or a traveler planning their next vacation. And certainly is a great opportunity for those to explore what their career could look like here in Michigan long-term.
Yeah, you mentioned Michigan as a destination or a place to live in today's current environment. That theory of a digital nomad, when companies are allowing more and more people to work from home, we're positioning Michigan as a great place to do that, because it's not only the hub for business, but you can enjoy the outdoors. You can enjoy all of the wonderful things that Michigan affords your employees. So that's a great point. And now this might be a little tricky. I'm asking you to choose which kid you love best, but what are one of your favorite projects that you've worked on or are currently working on in your role?
Yeah, that is a tough question, Otie, and it is akin to choosing which kid you love the most. There's been a number of projects that I've been actively involved with over the years. I'm actually, what's today, the 12th. Tomorrow will be my eighth year anniversary at the MEDC.
Congratulations.
So I've explored it and seen just a ton of different projects come in, a lot of investment opportunities, and really great things that have happened over the course of 8 years here in Michigan. If I had to pick one project, I would probably select KLA Corporation. This is a global technology company. They have over 10,000 employees in 19 locations across the globe. Back in 2018, we worked closely with company officials at KLA and a number of local partners like Ann Arbor Spark and the University of Michigan to make a case not only for the greater Ann Arbor region, but certainly the state, in anticipation of the company choosing a second North American headquarters location. Now, fortunately, KLA made the right choice. Out of 350 locations globally, they chose Ann Arbor, given the world-class workforce, partnerships with one of the top research institutions in the country, in the University of Michigan, and really just an exceptional customer service experience that was delivered day in and day out by the entire project team. And as we sit here talking today, KLA continues construction on a $150 million, 200,000 square foot headquarter building in Ann Arbor Township near the University of Michigan's North Campus. They also have plans to hire 600 people over the next few years as a result of that investment. That facility will be open and operational later this year, and it really was pure opportunity at its finest.
It's a great example. Not a surprise that that's one of your favorites. But Ryan, listen, I know you're crazy busy, especially during this Economic Development Week. But I wanted to say thank you for joining us today and highlighting the impact of what the MEDC is doing across the state. And thank you to everyone that joined in today to watch. If you'd like to learn more about what the MEDC is and can do, I would head to michiganbusiness.org. Hope everyone has a great week. Thanks so much.